This is the mass-produced GTS3 M, a flagship that has divided the cubing community. So today I'm going to throw another opinion out there, and at the same time compare it to its predecessor, the GTS2 M. Hey guys, it's Spotty. Let's get right into it with what's new in the GTS3. First things first, the price of the GTS3 is new, and newly expensive too. Granted, for 10 extra bucks, you do get this multifunctional display case that Moyu has advertised the actual. In all seriousness though, what we might actually find value out of is the innovation that this cube brings. Mostly the spring tensioning system, which I will get to in a second, but also maybe possibly these ridges. Now on camera, these may look pretty noticeable, but in my experience they're quite subtle and disappear after a few solves. I mean, for me, I can safely say that these do very little to help with grip, but they aren't really an annoyance either, and I have heard of a couple people who actually find these to be somewhat helpful. The only big downside to these ridges are that it makes the 3x3 appear to be a mil or so bigger than it actually is. So I don't love the bigger size, but as I said in the unboxing, it doesn't take long to get used to in solves. The next thing that I want to go over is this spring compression system that the V3 has implemented. I think the system is actually fantastic. Not only does it work really well to change the spring tensions, but it's also very convenient and makes the Weilong GTS system look like a nightmare in comparison. This system has 8 settings which will change the speed and stability of the puzzle, and if you are interested, mine is on the most compressed setting, so number 8, which results in the most stable puzzle based on spring tension alone. Even on the tighter spring tension though, the GTS2 M is still the more stable puzzle by just a little, but I don't really think stability poses to be a problem in either because of the strong magnets used in both. The magnets in the GTS3 especially are really quite strong, some of the strongest I've felt in any 3x3. As some of you know though, I do like stronger magnets in 3x3s, and I think the magnets complement the cube well, keeping the cube controllable and stable. I should note too that this V2 is the custom line version by speedcube.com.au, which does have slightly stronger magnets than the mass-produced variant. So this would play a factor into stability, but not a big one I don't think. Okay, let's move on to feel because there's a bunch of differences there. Coming to think of it, there's not really too much that's too similar between these puzzles. Anyways, I would describe the overall style of the V2 as very solid and compact, but also tactile and snappy. Comparatively, the V3 is much softer in the stickless variant, which is the only variant, so the feeling is less harsh, still crispy though. The turning's also lighter, and there's a little bit more flex. I think the differences are best heard rather than described. Before finishing off this comparison, I should probably talk about the general performance. So to check all the boxes, pops never happen on either, corner cutting is as expected, corner twists are rare. Actually, the V3 has corner twisted on me a few times, but nothing to be worried about. And then lastly, fluidity is also tops, which is awesome, so no problems there for either. But as for recommendations, I think both are solid flagships. For me, I think the V2 is still one of my go-tos for competition and might be the more reliable option because of its excellent stability and fluidity, plus it's a little bit cheaper. But on the flip side, I love the softer feeling of the GTS3 and the customizability is superior with the convenient spring tensioning system. So it really depends on what characteristics you're looking for in your next 3x3. But both are excellent and you can't really go wrong with either. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you to speedcube.com.au for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.